Okay guys, we're going to do a relatively quick one. This is finishing up the Australian 1993 Cobra setup for the Xr8 Sprint. How much work does it take to balance this bottom intake? Well, as you can see, we had to do a little welding in it. These two are relatively straight. They can flow pretty good the way they are. This is number one. It's a problem child. Flip it over. Number 8 is about as straight as you can get. 7 needed some welding. 6 needed some welding. And 5 was a major problem child. So how did we do? Well, as you can see how we tested it, we just put a piece of clay on. It was absolute terror to keep the clay on because the speed of the air going into this is so much so that it just tears the clay up. Yes, my clay is shot. I told Whiffy I need fresh clay. A couple other things that I noticed when I was just about done. It's like this number 5 has got a rough spot on that right at the bottom of the picture, you can see. Silly things like that bother me, and I'll fix that before we're all said and done, but I think we're done flowing this by itself. I don't remember if I showed you guys what it flowed completely stock. Sorry. The old clutch is getting pretty slippery. But I did flow it with partial welding, and then of course I had to go back and weld it again because the last 2 seconds of grinding blew another hole, and we had to go back and get it welded some more. In any case, some of the things you do have to worry about when you weld anything aluminum is that it doesn't warp the entire thing. So we'll go over this with the straight edge and we'll make any corrections it needs, but I'm pretty sure this is pretty good. This has got the most amount of weld in it because of the way it is designed. We had to put decent amount of weld in because it just wouldn't, the undercut was just too much and kept widening and widening, and we want it to be leak proof. So this is actually quite thick at this point. It's probably the runner doesn't come all the way to here. It probably only comes to about here. But yeah, you definitely had to add some area in the mid-range here because the dog leg is so steep. Okay. Okay, we're going to take a look at problem child number 1. Yeah, you can see how far over you have to move everything just to get it to flow half decent. Is it down a few CFM from the other ones? Yes. If the owner has a problem with that, I can do more work on this. The problem is you start to add a little bit too much area in the middle of that runner, and I'm not really thrilled about doing that. Number 2 is really no issue to get decent flow out of it. It's relatively straight. Number 3, really no issue to get decent flow out of it. It's relatively straight. Number 4 does need some work, but you can get it. You can get it right up to the flows of the other ones. Number 8 is our straightest runner. That requires the least amount of work. Number 7 required decent amount of welding and work to get it where it needs to be. Same with number 6. Notice how close they are in shape. And 5 is our problem child. Yes, we do have an inclusion in the roof. But I do have the flows where I can tolerate them, and that little divot in there isn't really going to make any difference as far as what we've got. This one and number 1 were definitely the worst because if you look at how they're designed, they have the biggest dog leg by far. Okay, so they're going to be, unless you do some really radical stuff, more radical than welding it, well, you can still weld it and make it more radical. I could bring this out. I could bring this, straighten this bend out even more, but same thing. Do I want that much area in the middle of that? I'm not sure that would be of an advantage. If you know better than I do, put that in the comments, guys. Okay, to go over the flows. This was already welded. I can't find the sheet where I originally did this as far as balancing, but we started off 284, 281, 281, 262. Okay, number 5 problem child. 280, 280.6, 280.4, 269. Pretty darn even on that side, right? Okay, so we had to go back and get it welded some more, and some of these actually weren't touched except for just finalizing the textures and so forth. But that's why they only changed a little bit. Like 284 really wasn't touched because that didn't require any welding. So I only gained 0.2, finalizing the short side and the shape and so forth and textures. Number 7 didn't require any extra welding, so that was just finalizing. Number 6 didn't require, I don't believe that required any extra welding, but I was able to get a few more CFM out of that. And number 5, our problem child, with welding it again for a second time and still having that inclusion in the roof, 272. Okay, not terrible as far as balance. How'd we do on the other side? Well, number 1 is our problem child. Notice how close our 2 problem children are. Okay, and number 2 only went up a touch, finalized, and this one went up a decent amount. I did make a change on that. Don't remember exactly what it was, and this was just finalizing and making it cleaned up. So that's what we've got. We're right around 283, 284 on 6 runners, and we have 2 lower runners. Now, is that going to make any difference when I bolt it all together through the head? Maybe a couple CFM. It won't be that big a difference. I do have to still do that. I have to check this manifold that it's nice and straight and it'll seal well. And then we have to, everything else should be done. I just got to final test it, guys. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Think of anything else we got to do on this. I think we're good. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Have a good night.